GHB TV. Fuck with me. Oh, it's been a minute. I've been bullshit. It's been a minute. Tap in. I know I'm here without warning. No one was expecting this live. But we here. Let's talk about it. Zay Breedy, what's up, family? Pretty Teddy in the building. Brian Dungy, what up, cousin? Scary, what up? I've been working, man. Be tired. I ain't gonna lie. I get the morning sessions. Don't be done till early afternoon. And then I'm back in the lab at 5:30. My bad, Robert James. Yon XL, what up? Type Beats, what up? Sorrel, what up, cousin? Love you too, gang. Hey, listen, we here. Let's get it fucking popping. Hey, yo, but listen, Tank Davis is going to hurt Jake Paul. I'm telling y'all. Jake Paul playing too much. They booked me because of an old video. They said I was bullying. Somebody reported the video and they said I was bullying. That don't even sound like me. It was an old video. Somebody flagged it as bullying. They looked into the algorithms and all that old creepy shit. Or they looked into my videos and they found the one they could use against me based off me not having it, because when you make the videos and you post them, it's a part where they ask you, is this video for kids or not? And I think I didn't, check the box where, you're supposed to say shit ain't for kids. So they reported my video. That's what they do to dudes like me, though. But we back. I just want to thank the squad with Shakur, bro. Shit like wishing on a star. Bang, what up, cousin? It ain't that bad. Good brother Joyner, what's going on? How you say that name? Briere Jordan. Briere Joyner. Damn. Briere Joyner. That sound like a football name. The audio low? What about now? Probably gotta turn my Tago, what up? We good? But listen, Tank Davis is gonna hurt Jake Paul. I'm telling y'all right now. We good? Hold on, let me fix my my lighting. I gotta get the lighting together. Hold on. You know we ain't shit without the lighting. Damn. The lighting. Tank gonna hurt Jake Paul, bro. I'll tell you why. It's a few reasons why. First of all, Jake Paul trying to play with Tank. He trying to act like Tank ain't shit. That's gonna get him hurt. Second of all, he think he's evolved into this fighter that could really go in there and compete with world-class fighters. It's gonna get bad. I'm telling you, he gonna run into a shot. It's gonna get bad. I'm not saying Tank gonna knock him out because we know that they got a no knockout clause when you fighting Jake Paul. We already know that's in effect. But when I say Tank is gonna hurt him, Tank gonna hit him with a shot that it's gonna take him a long time to forget. He may never forget. Because these are the days of time where you go viral for good and bad. And for Jake, I feel like it's gonna get bad. Tank don't gotta beat his body down, strain his body to make a certain weight. Tank could just float right where he at. Tank could just float right where he at. It's gonna get bad. I'm telling y'all. Tank could stay right where he at and just get in shape and just be strong. That's where it's gonna get bad for Jake Paul. Then I heard it's gonna be 10 3-minute rounds. What? It's gonna get bad for Jake. Jake gonna see this the thing. Jake not gonna like what he experiencing because in his eyes, all he can see is a smaller man. That's all he can see is how small Tank is. He gonna try so hard he gonna burn himself out. I think they said they wearing 12-ounce gloves. I think they said that was the deal. And that's gonna listen, people think that's gonna make a difference. It's not gonna make a difference. It's actually gonna help Tank. The 12-ounce gloves is actually gonna help Tank do what he trying to do. Or do what I think it is he can do. I'm telling you. The bigger gloves are going to help Tank defense wise, but also help him offense wise. With the bigger gloves, it's gonna be a little bit easier to connect. For those who don't understand, you just won't understand. But it's gonna be a little bit easier to connect with the bigger gloves on. Jake gonna make a mistake like in the third, fourth round. He gonna make a mistake, gonna try too hard, reach with a right hand or something, get countered with a left. It's probably gonna be a left uppercut. I'm predicting a left uppercut. Left uppercut gonna be crazy. They supposed to wear 10s now. So if it's 10s, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna get bad for Jake Paul. Then Jake Paul got to come down and weight. Jake Paul not gonna be able to fight at heavyweight. They bringing him down to 195, which is considered a cruiserweight. He not gonna like it. The speed difference, the angles, things like that. Who is he sparring to get him ready for Tank? Let's be honest. Who is Jake Paul gonna be able to spar to get him ready for Tank Davis? Let's be honest. The speed, the power, the angles, the reflexes. This is going to be like taking candy from a baby. I'm telling you. You don't have to take my word for it. Tank gonna hurt Jake Paul. Jake Paul is like, he got away with a lot of shit. This fight gonna be a little different. The reason it's gonna be different. Now I'm gonna give some credit to Jake Paul. I'm gonna give some credit to Jake Paul. He is the bigger man. He is the bigger man. But the thing is, right? The thing is, Tank being a smaller man, once the bell ring, Tank gonna feel threatened. He not gonna like that feeling. Cause we gotta be fair. This is a lot bigger man. He almost got tanked by 100 pounds. But Tank gonna feel threatened. But the beautiful thing is, Tank don't gotta make a usual weight, meaning 135, 130, 140. He don't gotta be down there. Tank could be 160. Strong. He got a great conditioning team. All he got to do is go in there and make it happen. I'm sorry that I'm talking about this. I know some people don't want to talk about this fight, or this exhibition, whatever you want to call it. But it is going to be entertaining. You can't lie. I don't like when people lie about being entertained. What you into is what you into. It's some people out here that's worse, that's into worse shit. Let's be fair. We don't have to get into detail, but we know there's people out here that's into worse shit. Tank is going to hurt Jake Paul. I'm telling you. The fact that Tank is the smaller man, Jake Paul going to try to impose his will. He going to try to smother him. We're going to try to lay on him. It's going to be a lot of little shit he try to do. But the speed of a Tank Davis, Jake Paul is not ready for that. I don't know what they're gonna call it, to be honest. The fact that it's an exhibition automatically makes it a draw. Nobody wins. This is for pure entertainment. This is for pure entertainment. But I'm okay with it. Tank Davis getting to go out here, get to some paper, and we can get back to the Lamont fight later. I think Tank is gonna come back, fight Lamont. I think he is gonna come back, fight Shakur. Might even fight T.O. Uh, There's some good fights in there for him. I just feel like right now he got something he got to get off. You know what I mean? He's playing his role well. He said he no longer wants to be known as the face of boxing. He said, I'm just a guy that box. But listen, he's going to hurt Jake Paul. Jake Paul has bit off more than he could chew with this fight. Trust me. He said he's scared to fight him. Nah. I don't think he's scared. I think he's just trying to get as much money out of this shit as possible. Simply because, listen, the power he has as a fighter, we gave it to him. The people gave him that power. The promoters involved with his career, they gave him that power. His managers, whoever, they gave him that power. Because we called him a knockout artist. He is a knockout artist. But you know the knockout artists get all the attention. The knockout artists, are the darlings of the sport. Because that's what everybody want to see. So, yeah, he was just doing what he's supposed to do, being a fighter, but at the same time, he gained so much fame. He gained so many fans. People just put him on this pedestal without him fighting the guys we would like to see him fight. He's been in some good fights. Don't get it fucked up. Tank Davis been in some good fights. Some really good fights. But like I said, when it comes to Shakur, Devin, T.O., the Lamont Roach now, Gary Antoine Russell, it's a lot of fights out there. Guys we would like to see him fight. But for whatever reason, those fights didn't happen. Now we got Tank and Jake Paul. Nobody saw that happen. I mean, we heard about it. Nobody actually thought it was going to happen. Now that it's happening, it's like, Tank going to be a megastar after that fight. Minimum going to be 10 times on some Canelo shit. Jan XL, I agree. He said, GH, he not fighting them niggas. I'm just one of those guys, man. I'm just a spirit. I think one of those fights happen. I think we at least get the Shakur fight. I think we get the Lamont rematch, and I think we get the Shakur fight. He might chill after that. But I'm gonna keep it real. I think he gonna give us one of them fights, at least one. You know what I'm saying? Tank ain't gonna roll out like that. He been doing this shit too long. And yeah, that's an excuse to leave when you banged up and you're a little punchy, but Tank ain't there. Tank still sharp in the mind. He still know what he want to do. He just got a lot of shit going on. To be expected. I mean, like somebody just said, he's a superstar. He's a megastar. He already kind of there. You know what I mean? Everybody know who Tank is. Like I told y'all before, my 77-year-old uncle, my great uncle, he said he know who Tank Davis is. So people know. How many people are going to support a situation like this? I don't know. But I know it's pure entertainment, and I'm definitely going to be watching just based off the entertainment, just to see the David and Goliath matchup. I'm definitely going to tune in for that alone. I can't be mad at that. Man trying to get his money. You sound mad low, G. Not as low as earlier, but still lower. I don't know. I don't got the. Let me see. Ain't no mute. No. Testing. Can you hear me? Let me know what it sound like. Can y'all hear me clear? I know sometimes I usually be talking louder. I think that's what it is too. But I'm getting old. He said I got 1,000 on tank. He said I'm better. You good? Crystal clear. Sounds good. I just think that Greg is sleepy. No, I ain't really sleepy. Cause if I was sleepy, I wouldn't have jumped on this late. I ain't really sleepy. I don't know. I'm just in a mellow mood. I'm chilling right now. I just been down here thinking a lot. You making me think a lot. I got 8K on tank. That's how y'all feel? Body call for this BS fight. Nobody called for this BS fight, but people gonna watch because ain't nothing happening in boxing right now. No, I mean it's definitely fights. It's definitely fights, but it's just the fact that this this is like something like somebody said. It's entertainment. It's fights happening, but it's entertainment. AG October 11th is around the corner. Absolutely. That's why I ain't really been on here as much. I've been tired. I ain't gonna fraud. Putting that pain in. Aunt, what's up, Aunt? Been putting that pain in. Andy Haruka and Gary Russell, great fight. Yes, sir. I heard a lot about Andy Haruka. I didn't get to watch too much of Andy Haruka, but I'm gonna do a breakdown on that fight for sure. What y'all think about Schofield versus Jojo Diaz? What y'all think about Erickson Lubin and Virgil Ortiz? I like them fights. I like both of them fights. Those is good matchups. Kid gonna stop him. You think Schofield gonna stop Jojo Diaz? Talk to me. Tell me why. I could see that happening, but to be honest, I don't think he just straight up stopped Jojo Diaz. I don't know. I think if he do stop Jojo Diaz, it's gonna be from accumulation of punches. It's gonna be from punishment round after round. I don't think I don't think it's just gonna happen like the fight with Tev. I ain't and that's no shade to anybody. I'm just saying with that fight, what the pros got to really see, the guys in his division got to really see is exactly what type of time he's on. So Schofield is one of them guys right now. You can't go in there playing with him. You can't go in there taking him for sweet. You know, Big Skull. You know, Big Skull been working on that meditation thing with him before he get in the ring. So him working on the meditation, him putting the proper camp in, that kid is dangerous. I don't know if it's the work they putting in, or if it's the meditating, or if it's the combination of the two. I don't know. But I do know this. He not nobody to be played with right now. So I can see Jojo Diaz having one of the best camps of his life and really getting ready for his fight. I know Jojo Diaz. I've been watching him for a long time. I feel like Jojo Diaz can go in there and really make this a war. Really make this a back and forth type of situation. I don't think Jojo Diaz will go right in there and just lay down or just forget everything he know about boxing. I don't think it'll happen that way. I think I think that this is a perfect fight also for Kid Schofield. You know what I'm saying? After fighting Tev, getting a knockout, all right, we're going to give you somebody definitely durable. I believe Southpaw, a guy who's familiar with the division, even though his last fight was at 40. He's familiar with 35. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that also puts Jojo Diaz in a better situation to get in better shape. You know what I mean? I feel like that puts him in a situation where he's forced to get in shape fighting at 35. You know what I mean? I don't know how comfortable he was at 40, but fighting at 35, I like it. You know what I mean? That means Jojo Diaz will definitely be in shape. And I think that's how Schofield is going to learn that evening because he know. I think he's going to see that this is a guy I can't just knock out. I'm not saying Tev is a guy he could just knock out. I'm just saying when he caught Tev, and Tev was hurt. But like I said, older fighters looking back, watching this kid Schofield, they're definitely saying to themselves, "Oh, this is a guy you can't play with." Because he does have the capabilities to get you right up out of there if he wanted to. So with that being said, I got Jojo Diaz being well prepared for that fight. Now, does he win the fight? I don't know. He'll have to work very hard to win that fight. I'm not gonna fraud. He gonna have to, cause one thing about Kid Schofield, he coming in shape. You know what I'm saying? He coming in shape. But I feel like JoJo got enough time. JoJo know exactly what's going on with Schofield. He's been keeping an eye on him, I'm pretty sure. And I just think we get a great fight on our hands. I can't be mad at it. He said, how the fuck Schofield still making 135? It's the youth. It's the youth. Zay Breedy said 5-8 stoppage. I can't be mad at that, Zay Breedy. I get it. I understand why. I mean, people may feel that way. I definitely get it. But I think if he do stop him, he gonna have to really work on JoJo. It ain't gonna be no just hit him a couple times and he gone. Now, if he do, that's gonna be surprising to me. I ain't gonna fraud. With all the experience that JoJo Diaz got, that's gonna be interesting to see if Schofield can go right out there, get him hurt and get him out. Or put him out with one shot. That'd be very interesting. What y'all think about Shakur versus Teo? Teo said something about that fight happening in the beginning of 2026. Do y'all really believe that we get Schofield? I'm tripping. Do y'all really believe that we get Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson? Do y'all believe that fight actually happens? I always felt like not Shakur, Teo. I always felt like Teo was a bullshitter. Whenever it was like a good fight like this, something always happened in between with the negotiations. It was always like he was like trying to outprice himself or some shit. I didn't really understand it. He said, hell no, Teo bluffing. Yeah, I kind of feel like he bluffing too, bro. Especially Shakur going in there the last fight and showing that he can be comfortable on the inside. I don't know who would be the A side in that fight. I guess it would be Shakur. I want to see Mason versus Shakur. That's a great fight. I would love to see that fight. I think Shakur is too sharp for Teofimo Lopez. I think the chess match will really bother Teofimo Lopez. I don't think his mental will be able to, keep up with a Shakur Stevenson. I think Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson will fade within 4 rounds. I think his body language will change. I think his shot selection will change. I think a lot will change once he get in there with with Shakur Stevenson. Once Teofimo get in there with Shakur Stevenson. It's not that I'm a super fan of Shakur, and it's just like you gotta be real. You see the skill set. Very high skill set. Very patient in there. Very accurate. I think that all of that is going to be problems for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, as we all know, he want a guy that's going to sit in front of him, let him get his shit off. This ain't that fight. Nowhere near. Nowhere near that fight. So it's just interesting to me if if that fight does happen, how does it turn out? You say, I don't know, G. T.O. seemed different. Something seemed different about T.O. T.O. seemed, he seemed a little more serious and looked like he was already in shape. That could be possibly true. G, why you think Tank get irritated every time? I think Tank in his mind trying to get these fighters to feel like they're not on this level. So when being asked about these guys, I think what it is Tank is like, bro, I keep telling y'all they can't fuck with me. Y'all keep asking me the same question. And I mean I feel like anybody would feel like that if they was being asked the same questions over and over. You're hearing about a guy that you haven't signed the fight yet, but you got to keep hearing about him. I think a lot of people would get a little irritated. You know what I mean? How I think what fight gonna go? What fight you talking about, Nick Northington? T.O. that fought Barbosa Lomo is a top 5 fighter? I don't know. I feel like depending on who T.O. is in the ring with, then he'll feel like that. Lomachenko is a lot smarter than me. Did T.O. do a great job in that fight? Hell yeah. T.O. did a great job in that fight. But I think the confidence just came from him being bigger. Once he kind of like sized up at 140, I think he quickly realized things would be different at 140. Knockouts won't be as easy. Skill set get a little better. I don't know. Definitely gonna be a great fight. Like I said earlier, I think Tank is gonna hurt Jake Paul. I don't think he's gonna knock him out, but I'm betting on the hurt. If anybody can find me that on a betting odds, just a hurt. That's what I'm rocking with. Jake Paul don't really understand what he getting himself into. He think he really training and getting ready. You're not ready, champ. Yeah, I'm betting on the hurt. Just for him to buzz the shit out of him, spin his wheel a little bit. Plus 250 on the hurt, yeah. That's what I'm betting on. I ain't gonna sit here and act like he gonna knock Jake Paul out because, again, we all know it's a no knockout clause in the contract with Jake Paul. We all know that. But it doesn't say I can't hurt you with a shot. It might even be a body shot. It might even be a body shot on some real shit. Fulton Foster, what's your thoughts? That's a really, really good fight, man. Listen, I love that both of those guys seem to be tuned into the task at hand. Um, I do think Cool Boy is the better fighter. I do think he wins the fight. But I do think Oshaki will not leave without leaving his, you know, without leaving something behind. Meaning, I don't think Oshaki will come out there and fight Cool Boy and, and fold mentally. I think he think this is a very winnable fight for himself, and Cool Boy is a great name to have on the record. Honestly, but I don't think he understands what kind of fighter Cool Boy is. I think people look at Cool Boy, and I hear a lot of reporters asking him about his clothes and his style, and I think we forget that's a real dog, a creature. When it comes to Cool Boy, I call him a creature because he don't look like the way he fight. Yeah, they definitely about to do 10 rounds of the dick camp for sure. He said WWE time. I think Oshaki is a good boxer, good skills, but Oshaki don't like to be assaulted. It's two things I see him do when you assault him. Sometimes he fight back. Sometimes he mentally shut down. Now, while he's mentally shut down, he's not getting beat up. He's just not there. He'll start circling the ring a little too much, start trying to counter a little too much, instead of stepping on the gas. You know what I mean? I see him try to outsmart guys, but at the same time, it's at like an amateur pace. I love the fight, though. Don't get me wrong. Hell yeah, Flip. He said when a fighter know how to go to the body really good, that shit hurt like, oh, absolutely. Am I betting on Jake Paul? Nah. I'm not just betting on Jake Paul. There's no point in betting. Am I going to watch it, though? I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch him fight. It's gonna be a big thing. Jake Paul always catching shit about not fighting real fighters or current fighters. Tank pulling up for the bag. Just the look of it is gonna make you want to watch it. The video of them two facing off, that make you want to watch it. Cause you be like, and this motherfucker is little. Fuck he gonna do to Jake Paul? And then boom. Rockabye, baby. Hey Greg, when you gonna have Bang back on the show? I don't know, probably tomorrow. We probably could do something tomorrow. Or maybe Sunday. You might gotta wait till Sunday. The Sunday dinner is gonna be on Bang Channel, and the smoke show gonna be on mine. You know what I mean? So we rocking and rolling. He said we head now. 2 cents. What's up, gang? Gee, it's gonna be a dead bird, tall grass for Haney. I was getting ready to ask that. Norman versus Haney. Does Norman have a shot? Let's be real. We know the power is there. But do he have the skill set to get to a Devin Haney? Norman has more than a shot. Tim Bradley put his bid in with Jake Paul. He betting on Jake Paul? Who don't use their jab enough? Who don't use their jab enough? $10-ounce gloves is gonna be crazy. If they fighting tens, that shit's gonna get crazy. I'm telling y'all, Tank gonna have a lot of fun. I'm telling y'all now. I know it's not the fight we want to see, but it's entertainment. When you look at him at the press conference, yeah, it look a little off. Height difference, weight difference. But just the thought of a smaller man going in there with a man that big, people gonna watch it. Back to Haney and Norman. I think Norman's going to be physically prepared for this fight, for sure. The question is, will he be mentally prepared for the fight? Will he be mentally prepared for the fight? Meaning the lights, the crowd, the new platform, all the newfound fame. Y'all think he gonna be ready for that? It's interesting. Norman got a chance if he cut the ring off and make it an ugly fight for Dev. I agree. What we don't know is, do he have 10, 12 rounds of that? Do he have 12 rounds of cutting the ring off like you talking about? Do he have 12 rounds of setting up his punches? I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it. I've seen some Brian Norman fights. Not a bad fighter. But still a lot missing out of his education. That's no shade. There's no shade. There's still a lot missing. Will it play out in the fight? That's what I want to know. Will it play out in the fight? Is Devin Haney going to be too fast, too sharp, too experienced for Norman? Or is Norman going to be too aggressive, relentless, determined, and spook Devin Haney? Or possibly knock him out? Everybody think it's going to be a big knockout. I don't see a knockout in that fight. I don't really see a knockout in that fight, to be honest. I see a good-ass scrap. Good-ass rumble. On some real shit. I see a good-ass rumble. Good-ass fight. I think Norman gonna pull up with all the guns he got. I think Haney gonna come pull up with with a look on his face, a man on a mission look. Feeling like he's at the point of no return. The reason being, the whole world already on his ass about the Ryan fight and the shit that transpired afterwards. Testing positive and all that good stuff. Who knows? I got Devin Haney winning 9-3. Outboxing Brian Norman Jr. Just my opinion, gang. I'm a spirit. Don't hold it against me. Don't kill the messenger. Dev been humiliated already. I think if he go back to the fighter he was before at Ryan, he wins. I agree. I talked about Cool Boy and Foster. I'll get it. I'm gonna get back into that. But Devin and Norman is a great fight. I ain't gonna front. I love the matchup. I do love that matchup. It's a lot of suspense with that fight. Real shit. Can somebody get knocked out with 12-ounce gloves? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Greg, a wise man once said, too sharp, too fast, too experienced. Real shit. I just think Devin Haney got too much experience for him. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Appreciate the love and support. I know it's late. You could knock somebody out with 16s on real shit. I done seen it. Devin Norman won't be close. It's going to be easy. Shit, niggas get knocked out with 16s in the headgear. Real shit. How'd I feel my first one stopping my first time stopping somebody was in the amateurs. Of course, I don't have no stoppages in the pros, but in the amateurs, my first time stopping somebody was on my 17th birthday. I felt like King Kong. A Justin Parker, I ain't gonna fraud. I felt like King Kong, bro. It was on my 17th birthday. They brought this big, tall Spanish kid from he's from the DC area. We used to have a tournament called the Rec Tournament in the city. But you know, outsiders could jump in. So I got matched up with this guy from DC, big guy. My coach was like, Greg, you see how tall that motherfucker is? I said, yeah. So we're going to lower him right in. So, all right, I'm with you, Kev. Give me the game plan. He said, let him pop his jab. Let him pop his jab mean let him jab and you don't do nothing but catch it. He said, Kev said, watch him pop his jab about 2 or 3 times. If that left hand drop, when he done with that jab, You got to go right over top with that right hand. I went right out there and did it. I remember I caught the first jab. I stepped around to my left. Gave a little head movement. Stepped around a little bit more. He threw the jab again. I caught it and went right over top with it with a right hand. I think I must have blinked or something for a split second, when the shot landed. Because when my eyes opened up, just that quick, his feet was like, one foot was off the mat. He was laying all his weight like to his right side. And he was dazed. I jumped right on him. Get to swinging all this wild Donkey Kong shit. The ref stopped the action, call it 8 count. He give main man an 8 count, then give me the signal. Box. I jumped right on him again. This time I'm giving out all hooks and overhands. I'm just throwing all hard shit. I knew they was gonna stop it at that point. The best part about that was keeping my composure. I mean, when you get a guy hurt like that, a lot of times, especially in a fight, a lot of times guys go crazy. And I was about to go crazy, but I said, no, breathe, relax. I threw like a double jab and a right hook. Boom, right hook land. Boom, left hook. Back over top with a right hand. Just getting nasty for no reason. That was my first stoppage in a fight. It was at 165 pounds. I wasn't even supposed to be fighting 165. I should have been down 150, 152 at the most. But I like the wreck. What am I going to say? Gee, check out Slim Zell. Who that? Spence or Charlo? That's going to be hard to pick, too. I like both of their work. If Spence is healthy, even just 90% healthy, great fight. Great fight. Very entertaining. I think Spence and Charlo got some personal business they trying to iron out. That's what's going to make it a better fight. They want to fight. There's a difference when you got to fight but not interested for whatever reason. But when you got a guy who want to fight and it's a little bit of animosity between the two, makes for a great recipe. Ant said I want both of them to fight Boost. Those would be good fights too. Prime Earl, I would have had my bet on. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't really know where Earl at with it. We don't know what percentage he on. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at nobody. That is an interesting fight, though. I don't know what Murders Azali have on. He said, chill, ain't you trying to see a dead body? I don't know. I feel like Earl done rested enough. He definitely getting ready for something. We seen the IG video. Looked like he was in real good shape. Going over a pad routine. His balance and shit seemed to be intact. I don't know. That's a great fight, though. I hope they do fight. I hope they do fight. That's gonna be big for Texas. I don't know where they're gonna host the fight at, but that'd be big for Texas. He in shape, but that body remembers everything he's been through. Earl beating Charlo, UD or Stoppage. He coming down from 68. I feel like he been down though. I feel like Jamel Charlo is definitely in shape. I feel like he definitely in shape. Was you ever on Gillian Wallow? Yeah, I did that shit last year. Last December. I fought on there. That shit was fun though. But it was the 1 minute clock that burnt me out. But it was fun. Real shit. Sadly, Spence probably chips now. You think so? I don't know. I got to see the fight. That's me. That's how I carry it. I got to see the fight. I got too much respect for both of them. To be real with you, I got too much respect for both fighters. And the build-up behind that would be crazy. Because it's got to be some type of story for them to want to fight each other. And it was one-time stablemates. But that's the game of boxing, too. That's the game of boxing. You ain't always going to get what you want, but you're going to get something. Yo, G, I'm 28. I boxed when I was 10 for like 2 years. No serious shit. Do you think a guy at 28 could start boxing? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you get out there? Why wouldn't you get out there? Just because you pour syrup on shit don't make it pancakes. I heard that before. Why you say that though? Money make the world go round. That's true. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We getting back in the rotation. I know I've been missing a lot of days, but I've been working. I be tired. I ain't gonna fraud. Watching Juice, Samuel Jackson. Oh, you talking about snappy, nappy dugout. Snappy, nappy dugout? The snappy, nappy dugout. You don't like posting videos, G? I do, but I don't be recording all the time. That's the problem. What you think about boxing and semen retention? It's needed. You gotta stock your energy. Gotta have them legs up under you. You don't have them legs up under you. It could be about your ass. You know how you feel when you drop the load. Most I did was 35 days. Shit, that's about a camp. Camp only about what? Another 10 days on top of that. Says semen retention is a myth. It's not good for us after a while. I don't think it's good for fighters. I mean, I think it's good for fighters. Fighters definitely got to chill. You're going to get knocked the fuck out when you go out there. You jumping in some yams every night. You jumping in some yams every night and you jump in a world-class fight. You fuck around and get knocked out. I'm telling you. You fuck around and get knocked out. I believe all that the shit they say about our bodies, and you know we got to get that shit out of us. That's true. But not when it's fight time, baby. Gonna get your fucking head bounced off the ropes. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I've seen it. When you got good legs and you've been chilling, it's a certain rhythm, like it's a certain rhythm, timing, reflexes, all that go with that. And you're gonna be able to see that if you give yourself a break. Just think about how you be feeling after you hump. After you hump something. Think about how you be feeling. Now try to fight while you feel like that. Think about how you feel after you hump on something. And then try to fight. Won't happen. You're gonna be cooked. Now, it's some guys, and some fighters mentally that don't let themselves go there where they be wondering and thinking and overthinking it. And they can go in there fresh out the box and get it popping. But then there's some guys who they wouldn't be able to get that thought out of their mind. Like, damn, I feel good, but I was just fucking with my girl 2 days ago. Yeah, I know. You gonna pay for it. He said fresh out the box and put on the clinic. Gotta master both heads. That's true. That's true. This is true. Supreme Al Sheik. He said niggas talking that semen retention shit. Yeah, somebody asked that question. I'm telling niggas you gotta have some type of restraint and hold it down. You gonna get clipped. I done seen it. I done seen it too many times. You gonna get clipped. He said we got monks in the chat. He said King Kong ain't got nothing to do with me. What you mean by that? What you mean by that? I can't go past a week. I got a girl I gotta tend to. No, that's real shit. Why you think certain fighters be having so many kids though? Bud got like 6, 7 kids. They said AB got like 13 kids. Some of them, man. When you take them 3 months, 2 months off, you jump it, man. Especially if you do the joint religiously and you ain't fucking around at all, man. And you putting all that strength work in, all that bag work in the gym, all that just getting busy. What? When you get back, hell to pay. It's gonna be hell to pay. Let me see that warrant. It's gonna be hell to pay. I promise. Is that a real thing? Yes, it is. And your coach can tell. I can tell. Female told me, "What's going on? You so intense." Sound like you was at the happy ending spot. I ain't mad at it. Get it how you live. I can't be mad at that. That's like a happy ending line. You're so intense. Sit down. What? We fuck around, pull something mid lay down. Now you gotta pull out and fight. Real shit. Coach, this nigga been in some yams. Real shit. I could tell because them feet go flat. All that bouncing and shit we was doing, nope. All that shit go out the window. That's how I can tell. He said, I'm mad intense. I go get that fixed, my boy. We getting back in rotation, though, y'all. I'm sorry for all the days off. I know I already was going for the week. Didn't get to come right on here and talk about the fight. They had me banned for a week, but it's cool. We back, GHB TV. We in rotation. I'm coming to get what's mine. Don't run from me. So do you send the fighter home or do you keep working with him that day? Cuss him the fuck out. I'm cussing you out the whole time. I'm cussing you out the whole time. I'm making you feel like a piece of shit the whole time. You ain't even gonna want to do that again. That's how I get. Grind you the fuck up. I appreciate the love and support, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Greg Hackett 86 on Instagram. Greg Hackett 215 on X. Greg Hackett on Facebook. Greg Hackett 86 on TikTok. Appreciate the love and support. GregieCash on Cash App. GREGIE Cash. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.